Alright, this is Andrew with Jordan Home Inspections. We are doing a sewer scope today here in Nibley. We're at 910 West, 2840 South. And we have the camera pushed out 143 feet to the city connection. Now we're going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. So this first connection point is called the nose on. That's where it goes from your lateral line into the main city line. It looks like a good connection there. Pretty long line, 140 feet. Average length of a line that I see is only about 100, so definitely on the longer side. But you are set back a little bit from the street, so not entirely surprising. This is looking good. PVC pipe, not a ton of buildup, not a lot of standing water yet, but that's certainly going to be one of the more important things that we're talking about with this scope, is the amount of standing water that you do have, which is unfortunately under the house. And when you have standing water, that means that the line doesn't have proper slope or grade. So 94 feet starting to go underwater there. And we are completely underwater. So when my camera is completely underwater, that kind of adds to the severity of what I consider to be important. Pop out for a second, and now we're back underwater. You can see waste swirling around. And the only way to fix bad grade is to dig up the line and re-slope it. Which in the yard is, a big enough hassle, but under the house it's much harder. That's underneath all the finished space, under the slab, under the carpet, tile, whatever you have installed. And this is a long belly. I mean, this is flat. The concern with not having proper slope is that waste can settle and create a blockage where it then backs up towards the house. The longer the belly, the more risk there is. Starting to come out of it there. And I'm going to point this out. If you look at all that buildup on the line, that's oftentimes a result of all that standing water. The grease just kind of settles, creates a real sticky spot where it's easier for waste to get stuck. So you could have it hydrojetted. Hydrojetting would clean out all that grease, but the only way to actually fix the grade is to dig it up and re-slope it. The other thing I just realized, so they have a back water valve here in the mechanical room. Typically back water valves are lower. Usually I don't see it on a secondary drain like that. So it makes me curious if it's ever backed up to that spot, and then maybe they added the back water valve to prevent it from happening in the future. Not necessarily saying that's why it's there, but they aren't as common to be installed above grade like that. I'm going to end this recording now.